If I could ask the hearing to come to order, please. Thank you to our witnesses for being here. We have two who are here in three dimensions and one who will be joining us, three who are in three dimensions, and one who will be joining us electronically. And I'm very grateful to everyone, and particularly to Chairman Grassley for his support of this. We're here today because drug cartels have become hulking multinational conglomerates which stand on a massive international dark economy. According to the Rand Corporation, the illicit drug trade in the United States is worth $150 billion. Worldwide, it has reached as much as $652 billion, according to Global Financial Integrity. So if this were a national GDP, it would be 22nd in the world, ahead of Sweden, Poland, and Belgium. These conglomerates' operations must be concealed, and virtually all of their money must be laundered and hidden. For every dollar of drugs sold, a dollar of revenue must be hidden. Yet only a fraction of the $23 billion spent by the federal government attacking the supply of illicit drugs addresses money laundering and the dark economy of the drug trade. Today we'll discuss how to clean this up. First, we need better information on the magnitude and scope of cartels' financial flows. The federal government has no central repository for data on how much drug money it seizes. What data agencies do gather isn't collected uniformly, nor is it deconflicted, meaning two agencies could count the same seizure twice. Senator Hassan and I introduced the NARCO Act as an amendment to the National Defense Authorization Act to address these problems. Second, we need to dismantle the financial networks of the cartels. The ONDCP must make this an explicit priority in the National Drug Control Strategy, with clear goals and metrics for success, and harness the expertise of the dozens of agencies involved in that strategy. Third, we need to stay ahead of cartels' evolving tactics. Bulk cash smuggling remains a common method, but trade-based money laundering, trading goods with drug money, is another cartel favorite, and they're beginning to use third-party money brokers as well as experimenting with new technologies and currencies like Bitcoin. Fourth, we need to be more strategic. Co-Chair Grassley and I included the Corporate Transparency Act in the 2021 NDAA to prevent cartels from hiding the true owners of shell corporations used to launder funds. I've asked FinCEN to implement this reform swiftly and to expand and make permanent the geographic targeting orders used to block cartels' access to our real estate markets. We must close loopholes that allow drug traffickers to use illegal money service businesses to move their illicit proceeds, as our Combating Money Laundering, Terrorist Finance, and Counterfeiting Act of 2022 would do. Finally, we need to leverage international partnerships. The Department of Homeland Security's Trade Transparency Units, called TTUs, have proven highly effective, helping federal authorities partner with other rule of law nations to detect trade-based money laundering schemes. But this program lacks a dedicated funding source, and we ought to change that. The U.S.-Mexico Bicentennial Framework for Security, Public Health, and Safe Communities seeks to disrupt transnational criminal organizations' financial networks, and I look forward to seeing tangible results. China is both a hub for money laundering and the originator of most precursor chemicals used by Mexican cartels. We need to encourage China to better control precursor chemicals used to manufacture synthetic drugs like methamphetamine and fentanyl, and to participate in working groups to combat money laundering globally, such as the Egmont Group. China's participation in this group could advance improved U.S.-China cooperation on narcotics-related money laundering cases. Finally, we must remember that drug cartels are only one part of a dark economy that supports all manner of evil in the world. In Ukraine, right now, a dark money kleptocrat has attacked a peaceful neighbor, in part to distract from his own corruption and venality. The national security imperative of rooting out this dark international economy should spur us to better and more energetic efforts. For starters, we could expand the Justice Department's kleptocracy initiative within the money laundering and asset forfeiture section into a multi-agency operations center. I have asked the Attorney General to brief us on how that is going in light of the recent announcement by the Biden administration of the transatlantic task force they're putting together to attack Russian oligarch assets, and how that will roll these different federal agencies in different offices together. I'll close with a reminder of the drug cartel's deadly toll. Our most recent year's data shows over 104,000 drug overdose deaths in the United States, 400 in Rhode Island alone. I look forward to hearing suggestions from our witnesses on how best to strengthen our drug policy framework, to better address the drug production, trafficking, and finance schemes that the cartels employ, and I'm delighted to recognize my co-chair, Senator Grassley.